Is this thing on? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. SNK here. You all know me, if you can see, I haven't been hiding underground. I guess I'll just get right to the point. I'm going to come across how to get better in fighting games in 2018. Let's get some light on here so I can shine some of it on you. Taking it right off the top, I see a lot of people, they get discouraged. Or they'll go play online, they'll lose a couple, they shut it off, and then say, okay, this game is cheap, this is, silly. It's none of that. When you're applying yourself to learning a new fighting game or playing one, you're going to plateau. That's obvious. It happens to all of us. I don't care who it is. Like, you will plateau. So when you get to that meteoric area of your fighting game career, and you're looking to get better, your mindset needs to change. So we're no longer playing to have fun, or we're no longer playing to just compete. You're either playing to win, or you're losing for the sake of losing because somehow subconsciously you tricked yourself into just saying this is okay, you tried. So now that that's said and done, I wrote down like a bunch of crap on paper because somebody kind of inspired me today. So here we go. All right, so right out the gate, execution and application of it. Anybody can do combos. Look at Desk. The guy can do monster combos, but if you put him in a tournament environment, the man is going to drown. So it's great. Make sure your combos are ready. Make sure they're optimized. Make sure you're making the right choices on them. But at the same time, learn how to apply them. So anybody can do huge damage off of jump-ins, but guess what? Against better players, you're not going to be able to jump in. Hardly ever. So, you're walking back and forth, you get a little baby damage here and there. Make sure you can apply it, because if you can't apply it, it's worthless. So, take the time, work on it, work on a better application of it. Kind of easy. It takes time, but, get used to it. Next, right out the gate, is matchup knowledge. Don't go expecting to win. Don't go expecting to be hot shit if you don't know every single matchup for the game. Now, I'm not talking about just for your character, because guess what? You can get slapped with a mirror match. Guess what? You're going to have to learn that too. If the matchup is too bad, you can be an idiot, like me, and be a character specialist, or you can have pocket characters to cover them. But again, you need to make sure your matchup knowledge is 100%. I'm talking like frame data, certain moves only working on X character. You need to take the time to have a not just an understanding, but a mastery of this. So bring a notepad, take notes, whatever. Character matchups. It's like Yang versus Honda. Yang standing jab. Couldn't hit a crouching Honda. Okay, so what do? You adjust. So for Street Fighter V, for any fighting game you're playing, make sure you have full matchup knowledge, especially for what you're doing. This way you don't get caught with your pants down. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but anyhow. What do we got here? Psychological health. When you walk in, you have to ask yourself, am I feeling lucky today? Am I feeling confident? If the answer is yes and yes, alright, let's go to work. If the answer is no, you're going to have a rough time. When walking in, you need to make sure you're fresh and you're clear upstairs. None of this, I'm going to go get jacked up on caffeine or be like that Peruvian guy who just, with the ski slope of his. You just need to make sure that your psychological health is okay. Now, you'll be able to perform well under stress, that's a plus. But zen, just sheer zen. Woosah, whatever you want to do. Hell, take a flask, whatever it takes. Make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you're performing well under stress. This also applies to your opponent. If you see that you're frustrating them, abuse them. You see that they're not used to something, or their execution is, crummy. I'm a huge fan of the Kevin Garnett approach in professional basketball. Trash talk. Is it underhanded? Is it, oh yeah, okay, it's a different fighting game community in 2018. We give hugs and all this other fun stuff. No, we're competing. We are playing for the check mark in the W box. We're not playing to, you know, like run around and play Magical Little Pony or whatever the hell it is. No, we're playing to get a result we want to win. So, yeah. Let's see. Testing the opponent's reactions and seeing if they know matchup knowledge. Kind of adds on to what I was talking about earlier. Long story short, if they don't know the matchup, and you know you can get away with unsafe stuff, like, I'm the king of getting away with this crap. Or at least I was. Abuse it. They don't know what they're doing? Beat the living shit out of them. Smooth Cat a long time ago used to tell me, treat everyone like a scrub until they can prove otherwise. I don't even think scrub's a term anymore in 2018 for this modern fighting game community. So treat people like dirt until they can prove they can stop it. Whether it's Birdie running up and just zonk headbutting everybody, or you're picking Rashid and dancing back and forth and throwing tornadoes at them. It doesn't matter. Treat them like dirt. Look at Punk. When Punk had to face a real opponent, Tokido crushed him after the second game. But against everyone else, all he did was dishwasher, rinse, repeat, dry cycle. Excuse me. And people got off guard. They panicked. They didn't know what to do. So he crushed them. Like, that was it. But if you watch the EVO 2017 footage, he kind of got crapped on. Really bad. Next subject. Watching matchup footage. Whether it's your opponent, it's you. Back when I used to go to tournaments, I always dragged around a camcorder and recorded all of my matches. Because when I first started going to tournaments, I would get like 50th place. Watch a few videos, talk to some people. 40th place. Okay, another couple of months goes by. 12th place. Then 3rd place. Then 3rd place. Then 3rd place. Then 3rd place some more. And then after a while, something just clicked. And it was 1st place, 1st place, 2nd place, 1st place. But you have to find that drive for it. So I'm very adamant and huge on watching matchup footage, but don't treat it like a little sitcom. Like, we're not watching Seinfeld. I love to watch some Seinfeld right now. We are analyzing and we are picking it apart to see what we can do and remove our chances of errors. What do we got next here? Oh, yeah, this actually makes perfect sense. Don't get discouraged if somebody wipes the floor with you, mops it, cleans it, charades it, scrapes it. It doesn't matter. Always analyze and take that ass whooping as a lesson. Like, why did I lose? Okay, so he kept jumping in, or I kept mashing throw tech and he kept punishing me for it, or my frame traps weren't working and I got hell-bent on trying them instead of mixing it up. Always take a moment to step back and reflect what happened in the scenario and what you can do to avert that next time. What do we got? Number 7 here. Go to locals. It doesn't matter where you're at. If you're in Siberia, Antarctica, someplace where they have good oil. They have really good players there, by the way. Always make sure you go to locals and get to know your community. Because say you're having trouble with a matchup, you need to find a person that plays that character at an above average level that's going to have a better understanding of it, and sit down and play with them. Say, hey man, can I get like a 1st to 20 in with you? I'm trying to get this matchup knowledge in here. When I was playing on Xbox Live back in the Booney days, that friends list was maxed out. I had everybody on there who played everybody, and then I'd play 1st to 10, 1st to 20, 1st to 50. Get on there, befriend them. I met some of my best friends in the fighting game community, so take that time and meet those people who play those characters. This way, when you're walking in, again, you're not going to get caught, you're not going to get caught looking, as they'd say in baseball, because you don't know a matchup. So take that time. The more you put into this, the more you get out of it, but you can't confuse efforts with results. I know I've been babbling on for a while, but if you go to any type of seminar, hell, I know guys that would charge like $200 an hour for this stuff. So I might not play anymore, but I still have the ability to coach and decent analytics of what's going on psychologically. So once you adapt that mindset, things are going to get a little bit better. What else we got on here? Oh yeah, okay, so going back to going to locals, find 2 people to train with. You want to find one person that's a little bit weaker than you. This way you have somebody to improve, somewhat keep you on your toes, but you also get to adapt your execution and your combos into your play. So it's going to remove the timidness and sort of push you into being better on one side of the field. And the other person you're going to want to find is someone who is either slightly or much better than you that constantly beats the living crap out of you, but can give you constructive criticism on how to improve. This video's been going on long enough. I want to say, yeah, I could also throw in there travel to other regions, but that's commitment, so that's all going to fall into you. When I traveled lots of California and a couple other states in the U.S., you see different playstyles for different regions. And spending a lot of time at tournaments can be very draining. So you got to make sure you're ready for it, because it is an act of endurance, and you have to stay on your toes. I think that covers it. So, thank you for watching. If you made it through this entire snooze fest, this is Mr. SNK, and I'll see you soon.